pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Gaming with KaijuForceNeo. Now, of course the structure in front of me is a brand new house that I decided to make for myself. And I couldn't be more happier as to how good the progress is on this house alone. And considering the fact that, well, nothing has been happening to me really, I haven't been really killed by much of anything at all really. I mean, just look at that. I made a really big expansion to the house alone. And so I just feel more than obligated to keep on with all of my voiceover work. Be it Gaming with KaijuForceNeo, Hot Wheels Hilarity, Nerf Secrets Revealed. I mean, voiceover work has gone into some of my more recent Nerf Secrets Revealed episodes, but that's only because it's in partial transition at this point. Partial transition in reference to, well, I have been making quite a big change to the series. I have been really putting together an enormous transformation and a complete makeover to the series itself. Despite the fact that, well, throughout this whole season of Nerf Secrets Revealed that I put together, Season 6 it is, by the way, I have had the urge to use a brand new artwork for the series itself. Just like that, yeah. Apparently I have a bad throat flap that just regulates air and, wow, a flap in my throat that can regulate respiratory function and, well, food and water that travel down another part of the esophagus, really. It's just kind of that bad, really, but I guess for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep playing the game as much as I can, because I don't know what's going to happen. And wow, look at that. I'm already yawning even though I haven't even gotten into 5 minutes of this episode here. I haven't even gotten 5 episodes through to this episode of Gaming with KaijuForceNeo. Already I'm starting to show signs that I'm going to have to go to sleep soon. But I guess what I'm saying is that, well, I probably work so hard that I eventually just become really tired, mentally and physically. I guess verbally it might also start playing a role into how I'm going to get tired every single night in my life. But I guess this has yet to be proven. So I'm just going to find out myself if that is going to be a notable cause as to how my life is going to go down, simply because of the fact that, well, I am now having myself tiredness based on verbal usage every single day. But I guess now it's just all a big matter of time right now. And what's going on? The Parasaurolophus would normally like scream and then would run, but looks like it's not doing that now. Am I just gonna keep swinging at this Parasaurolophus with the axe here, or the pick? Or it's a pick, it's not really relative to a pickaxe. It's not like I'm playing Minecraft, even though Ark Survival Evolved does have a lot of functions and references taking from the Minecraft universe. And I don't suppose that's an uncommon trait in some games. Just look at certain other games that have been made based on Minecraft's success. And they do take a lot of references and a lot of functions and a lot of aspects of the game itself from Minecraft, yeah. I don't suppose it's uncommon from the fact that we've had ourselves a lot of franchises. They've eventually spawned a lot of rip-offs, eventually. Just take a look at what we've had based on the Call of Duty franchise. We've had other first-person shooter games, not just with the Left 4 Dead series, Halo, Doom. I mean, the possibilities are practically endless at this point. Okay, there we go. Looks like the Parasaurolophus has finally gotten out of the glitch. And now look at that. Now it's actually trying to run away. What a surprise! I mean, wow. I mean, this is just unbelievable right now. I just have no sheer clue as to why the Parasaurolophus just stood there in a glitch-tastic way and didn't even try to run for like a minute or so. That's crazy, though. Alright, it looks like I'm in my 5-minute mark right about now. I've already yawned a few times though. I mean, it's surprising how some people just, they get enough sleep per night, and I've gotten enough sleep per night, up to 8 hours a night, and yet I am totally fine, but yet somehow yawning just keeps crawling back to me. Somehow because, well, there have been some points in time to where I have some lethargic feelings, for the most part. It's simply because of the fact that I guess now it's probably a bit more dependent on how long I rest each night. Look at that. I can't kill you. My gosh. I'm yawning so many times I don't even know what to do now. So I have to keep on recording my voiceover, and yet I've got like plenty of time on my life here. But yet I don't suppose that I'm gonna be doing so well with my voiceover work now that I am yawning so much. Wow. Now I'm encumbered. This whole time I've not become encumbered by all those trees and the like that I've gotten wood and thatch out of, and now I am starting to have some encumberment take place. I guess the more of a certain material that I end up picking up, the more of it that I'm actually going to have some encumberment. The more encumberment I'm having, supposedly. Oh my gosh, what in the world? I didn't even eat that many narco berries. What the heck? Well, at least torpidity levels are pretty low at this point. Looks like they're going back down. I don't know. I'll take a few more seconds, and is that good enough? Alright, now I guess I'm just going to have to sit right here and relax for a little while until I figure, oh, there we go. Looks like I just came out of my rest, and now looks like I can continue on with my work here. Because I do not want to just have something like this take place. I would more likely just have myself go into a little more like simplistic sort of state right now. I don't know exactly how to put it into words, really. I guess I'm trying to just put it into words to the best of my abilities. But I guess for right now, it's just a matter of time, really. So I guess right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, well, I guess build the rest of the house, and I'm also trying to do to the best of my ability here. I'm also going to try to get as much work here done, because I would not, after all, want to have a YouTube channel that is just not doing so well in terms of quality content, in terms of content that people would like to see. Because for the most part, I just would not want to have anything wrong go on in my mind, really. Not just the fact that, well, my voiceover work seems to be something I really enjoy every single day, but for the most part, it happens to be a notable sport of mine that I can do. And though many sports nowadays, they're not even relative to, I'd say, filming. Though, I could more likely just picture it as a sport. I can more likely just picture voiceover work as something I can do for sport, for pure entertainment for myself. Looks like I gotta level up right now, so I would probably have to go down to weight and upgrade it. So there we go. Upgraded weight, and I've got 2 new engrams, a bed, and a spyglass. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I guess more narco berries I consume, the higher my torpidity levels go up. Though, I'm supposing that anybody who has seen all of my episodes of Gaming with KaijuForceNeo that I've had so far, you would have already discovered that. I mean, look at how high my torpidity levels are building up right now. I guess I might be here for a while. So I don't know. What could there be to talk about for the most part? Oh, I know. Wait. I was actually just going to say that, well, even though I've had 0 problems going on with the CEOs of the Twitter main train itself, basically the people who currently operate Twitter, I've had no problems with them within the last few months, but yet a big problem still is on my hands. The problem that I have on my hands currently is the fact that, well, I did lose more than 2,500 followers over the course of about 6 months. And this is rather disappointing considering how, well, I have had, in fact, quite a few hardships in myself. Not just concerning with how many followers I managed to lose simply because of how many issues I've had with Twitter itself. The people who operate Twitter, they just don't know exactly who to distinguish from people who are actually committing crimes on the internet versus those who aren't actually threats at all. And I'm one of those people who are not considered a threat to anybody in any part of society. And so, why would they target me? Out of anybody out there who could be committing a crime right now, even here in March of 2019, we're very close to the end of March, by the way. We're coming pretty close to April. I don't suppose that, well, it's just something on my mind, really, that's just really bugging me out as to how Twitter can all of a sudden think, oh my goodness, someone out there on Twitter is doing something horrible and we need to stop it. But then eventually they would realize that the person who they seem to be cutting off access to Twitter this whole time is not at all a threat. And what I'm saying right now is that, well, that's just what's been happening to me since 2016. Oh, looks like I just woke up, so I think it's all good from there. But I still feel like addressing some more about the situation at hand. I still consider it a situation, even though, well, the thing is that even though I have not had problems with Twitter within the last few months, I still feel some paranoia drift within based on the fact that anything can happen, really. If Twitter does intend to plot some kind of other attack on me like they have done in the past, then, well, I just don't know what else to freaking do. Either my first account, KaijuForceNeo, is a free account for anybody to look at, for anybody to interact with, for anybody to socialize with, then, well, let it be. But if they think that KaijuForceNeo is a malicious account intent on harming anybody out there and causing hell for everybody to experience, then they should have removed my account when they had the chance. Although they still do have chances now, I mean, they're just not doing it. Though, I'm not actually promoting the idea that Twitter should try to remove my account without my permission, just like that, simply because right now I am saying that I am frustrated with the fact that they just don't want to make a decision. Either I'm in or I'm out. That's it. Nothing else in between, really. There shouldn't be a state where someone would want to have their account thriving, but then eventually a change of heart and a change of mind would cause this person to want to have that account removed over some, well, anything that's happened in the past, really. Now, I'm not promoting the idea as to how my first Twitter account, KaijuForceNeo, should not be taken down on account of the fact that, well, if Twitter does think that I've had problems based on that account, then, well, they should have done something about it. Because, I mean, why would they just stop attacking my account as if something's gone on inside of their heads or their hearts? And then they all of a sudden think that, well, they do ultimately realize that I'm not a threat after all. I'm just an innocent person using Twitter as a way to unwind, as a way to have some sort of escape, although I would not necessarily use anything as an escape, really, because I sure as heck would not want to alter reality in any way. Because let's face it, the world I live in is a great world, and I don't care really what crime rates are like. I have no care about exactly what could be happening right now. Because, let's face it, as anybody else has addressed me, I am in fact the liberal douchebag. Anybody has known about me that way, and that's actually true. It has been true for a while now. I am officially a Democrat. And I know that normally people would not want to bring politics into certain conversations, but yet you're hearing me right now doing it just for the heck of it. Bringing a little bit of politics into an episode like this, where I have been addressing the fact that, well, Twitter, or the people that are currently operating Twitter, have changed their hearts and their minds about how they feel towards an account like my own, which they originally conceded as though I am a threat to anybody on the internet. And then eventually they realize, let's see here. Jay Nowak, aka KaijuForceNeo, is really not a threat after all. Let's see if we can leave this guy alone. Well, I just have no exact clue as to why Twitter just all of a sudden wants to change their mind like that, because it almost was like a never-ending war between the two of us. Me and the owners of Twitter, who are currently operating the system right now with millions of users using the app itself every day. And let's also not forget about what happened with Vine about 2 years ago. I mean, it's been a little more than 2 years ago, but still. I really just do not like the fact that, well, Vine just had to be shut down just like that. And, well, look at that. I've officially fallen asleep yet again. So, I guess I could continue talking about what I'm talking about at this moment. Like I said, even though I'm a liberal douchebag and I am indeed having a lot of association with the Democrat Party in the world of politics, once again, I'm not exactly promoting the idea that politics should be a part of an everyday conversation that you have with someone other than, well, let's say, your closest friends, your closest acquaintances for the most part. But yet, politics happens to be a thing that's important to us. Politics is an everyday lifestyle that goes through every single aspect of our everyday life. And it's just something that's not at all going to go away. Even though some people just don't want to talk about it, it's more than likely just too bad because, well, politics are here to stay, and politics are never here to leave. That's the fact here in America. Politics have just not let down for the last couple hundred years. And there's no doubt about that simply because of how many presidents we have. We currently have 45 right now, with Trump being the most recent. And yet for the 2020 presidential election, we just don't know who's going to be our new leader of this nation. I mean, anybody could be part of the nation. Anybody could be the president. And of course, I'd be more than willing to do my part to help this country out with what it's going through currently. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard of a job for me to be in the office every single day of my life. So I guess for right now, I guess that's probably a subject I could probably hold off right now because I am currently not 35 years old. I am, in fact, about 15 years away from that age right now. I'm going to be turning 20 on June 4th. And so, I feel like that's just about enough for this episode. But, of course, if you want to see more, go down on my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.